Hello, my name is Rachael McDonald and I am the, what would I call myself? I guess the co-founder of the Cawna Library. And the Cawna Library is a really funky initiative. It's a community initiative, it's sustainable, and it was developed in part with the community members and the citizens of Rosetown in St. Andrew. And it all happened by accident, if I tell you the honest truth. So I was actually driving to Rosetown Foundation's office to do some work, and I got lost and stopped here on this very corner to ask for directions. Naturally, I ran into a group of men and they were very warm, they were very kind-hearted, they directed me to where I needed to go. And when I was coming back, I stopped and I expressed gratitude to them again. And before you know it, we struck up a conversation. We had a beer on the corner and ideas literally started to run and flow. And in short order, perhaps within about 4 weeks, we had plans on the way for our very first Cawna Library. And as you can see, we repurpose refrigerators. So we want to big up Wisynco for giving us access to all of these old refrigerators that we have repurposed. And this is important because in the neighboring communities, you know, we have a lot of waterways and a lot of gullies. And fridges end up in these gullies. And when they block the waterways, they cause major flooding issues and they become public health nuisances because they breed mosquitoes and a number of different insects. So when we can repurpose them and turn them into bookcases with books for children, with books for all levels of educational engagement, early childhood, primary, secondary, and even some for like heart skills practitioners and students, it's a big deal. And we also have a wonderful variety of adult novels, self-help books, the Bible, I mean, just about anything that you need and that we can get access to, we share it. In this community, a lot of persons have never been to a library or a parish library before. And what we've been able to do is to connect the community with good books. We have story books, we have picture books, we have read aloud books, we have self-help books, as I mentioned, just about anything. And we have been fortunate enough to see persons from all the neighboring communities.
The impact that it has on the community, I see the kids reading more that we never used to see that before. They get in better grades in school and stuff like that.
On the day we launched, I was overwhelmed by the numbers of persons that just came out. And I mean, people were just taking up books. I'm like, okay, we have not logged the system properly as yet. Everybody just kept taking and, oh, I want to read this one, I want to read that one, oh, what you know? And we've learned so much about the persons from Rosetown and from the neighboring communities. I mean, we have Rima, we have Maxfield, we have Boys Town, we have Joytown, we have Trenchtown, we have Arnett Gardens. People come from everywhere just to connect with books. People come from everywhere to donate books. And for that, we are thankful.
Cawna Library, right now, it's really important for the youth them because we want the youth them to get for love reading. I want the youth them to read more.
If we were to really look at the impact of literacy in the community, I would say that on a really, really good day, we probably have like about 25 persons connecting at a time. But when we have activities like events, we probably have 100 persons minimum at a time. We're not confined to a particular age group. We have young children, we have teenagers, we have young males and females. We even have the elders that come out and hold a reasoning over a book. And what has been interesting for me in Rosetown is that we've had a lot of males. And males between the ages of about 18 to about maybe 30, 35, they come out and they read books and they tell us about the impact of the book. And at first I was like, yeah, you're doing this for the camera. But when I heard one of the guys one day summarize one of the books that he read and spoke about how it connected to his life, being incarcerated, and how he used books and knowledge to, you know, elevate his mindset and to get himself out of prison, I was just like, yo, this is no joke. This is having a real impact. And I think that just made me feel like, huh, we're connecting. You know, a lot of people come into communities and they do work, but they're kind of devoid of that connection with the community. But when one of the guys can come and hold hands with me and tell me, say, yo, Rachael, this is the impact. I'm just like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you. It's working.
The impact we have for the community, it make parents more concerned about them kids and learn, because we have people who come to me and ask me if they can send them kids come take part in it. And I say, yeah, all the parents can come take part too.
This is our pilot project. This is our first Cawna Library right here in Rosetown. We have just opened a Cawna Library in Providence Heights in Montego Bay. We're working on one currently in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth, and another one in Bull Bay, St. Andrew. My goal and my wish is to have as many Cawna libraries as possible in as many communities that we can. I want rural communities, I want urban communities. I just want to get these books and these fridges. We have hundreds of fridges. I need to get them in as many communities as possible. We're not asking people to buy books, we're asking people to donate books once you've finished reading them. Every household I know has a book that you can pass on. You don't need to give me 100, give me 2, give me 3, give me 1 if you need. We always want books, and we're looking now for volunteers to help us with activities. So I have someone coming to volunteer to help the Rosetown citizens write a resume, for example. I have somebody coming in to do a job fair where they'll recruit. They're starting a business in close proximity, so they're going to be looking for certain skilled persons that we can pull from in the community. So activities like that. Of course, we just launched our Positivity Spelling Bee. The kids don't know that we're focusing on positive words only. They just know it as a spelling bee, but we'll just go on working with that. But we need prizes. We need somebody to pay for a trophy. Or a set of trophies and certificates. Come down here, give us some attention and energy. They've been studying. We want some more paint because we paint up the people's roads. And we have like word hopscotch, we have like numbers. It's like a literacy corner. But rain falls, the breeze blows, we have to keep painting it. And of course, we want people to sponsor more Cawna libraries. We want people to say, all right, I will be your official transporter of the Cawna Library. I will drive communities. I will fuel minds with you. I want some people to say, okay, we'll give you drinks. We'll give you food every time you have a big event. Things like that. Those are our immediate needs. And what I love about the Cawna Library is that there's something that everyone can participate in. You're not limited to only giving money. You can give your time, you can give your books. You can give in whatever way you feel compelled to give. Oh my goodness. I don't want to say that I was a nerd as a child, but I was fortunate enough to be exposed to books and the wonderful world of books. And I know that impact was profound in my life. So I was able to read, I was able to, garner an understanding of how the world works, what we can do. It opened endless doors for me. I remember my first business in first form was a book rental at Campion. I used to rent the books that I read to my old friends. And we're all motivated by money. So I was able to earn a little bit of money, buy more books and pump into it. So then after that I started reading the Babysitters Club books. And I started, a babysitting business. That led me into education, that led me into all of this. So I just want to share the benefits of literacy. We can't promote a quality education without those basic fundamentals. I believe in those fundamentals. I started a company surrounding and centered on the fundamentals. And I just want to give everyone the opportunity to be exposed to those basic literacy foundations and for everybody to have the opportunities that they can have.